Hello, beautiful people. I've just been live in another group, so I thought, let me come and say hello to my group. Let me start off while I'm waiting for a minute. Let me start off with some cards. Well, a card for the collective. It's going to be from my Money and Law of Attraction. I'm going to pull a card for all of you. And let's see what comes up. I just want to say how freaking amazing was Erin last night. Oh my gosh. And oh my gosh, I just have to say, I am in the process of creating something so amazing that you are going to want to be part of it. Every single soulpreneur on this planet is going to want to be part of this. It is going to be huge. It is going to be amazing. And it's literally going to take you from feeling shaky and lonely in business to literally just having this freaking tribe around you that's just going to powerhouse you into your next level and next level and next level and next level, all the while feeling safe in your beautiful body. I must actually, hello please, I haven't even introduced myself, and there are lots of new people in the group, so let me first introduce myself before I pull a card. Hello everybody, my name is Tanya Taylor. I'm a manifestation and mindset coach. In 2018 I was pulled to my purpose, which is so amazing. And after becoming a manifestation coach, I discovered that in numerology I'm a 888, which is the manifester, for those of you that don't know. Hello, Joe! And in human design, I am a manifester. So it was literally hello, please follow your calling, right? So for those of you that don't know me, that's what I do. I also run a beautiful sisterhood that is so powerful and so amazing inside of there. If you ever feel alone in business, like you want to get in there, it is beautiful. It is amazing. And every single day, we first settle our beautiful nervous system so that when we feel calm and relaxed, we are superpowers, right? It's the most beautiful thing that we can do. And so I am really in the process of creating something so massive and so amazing, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's very hard for me to keep secrets, right? Very, very hard. So Joe, I'm just going to pull a card for the collective, and then I'm going to do something with all of you that's really, really beautiful that I just did with another group. Wow. And I just want to do it with all of you because it's such a beautiful reminder. And obviously I want to serve my gorgeous tribe. It's so good to be back. So good to be back. Okay. The number of the card is 22. What the actual freaking heck? It's 22. 2. So it's all about the twos today, clearly. The subject of money is really two subjects. That is the card. The subject of money is really two subjects. Money, plenty of money, and absence of money. Not nearly enough money. Often people assume that because they are speaking the words, I want more money, they are speaking positively about money. When you are feeling fear or discomfort as you speak, you are not speaking of the subject of money. You are speaking of the subject of not enough money. And the difference is very important because the first subject brings money and the second holds it away. So we got to be in that beautiful vibration of money feels good to me. Money can come out of anywhere. It's so cool. Whenever we do the money magnet tapping, it's just like, oh my gosh. And you're just like, yeah, you gotta love money. Like, you gotta treat money beautifully, right? Like, without that needy energy, with all our manifestations actually, if it's whatever that it is that you are searching, without that like, oh my gosh, where are you? Like if you phone your husband, where are you? Why are you not home? He's like, I'm just gonna stay in the pub for a little bit longer. But if you phone him and you're like, babes, like, oh my gosh, where are you? Like, I'm so excited to see you. He'll be like running, right? So the same thing with money or anything that you are trying to manifest. Just remember that. Remember that. Don't be in that needy energy. Be in that, oh my gosh, you want to be around me? You definitely want to be around me. And I'm feeling that you all definitely want to be around me with what I'm creating, which I cannot wait to share. So if anybody does want a card for afterwards, I'm just going to share this little thing with you. And if you want a card, it will be from Money and the Law of Attraction. Just say card, please. And at the end, I will definitely pull for whoever's here. Because I have time. And I have electricity, which is quite rare at the moment. Oh my goodness. I just have to tell you all, like literally, we have in South Africa load shedding, right? So the electricity will go off. They schedule it. They give us a schedule. But at the moment, it's phase 6. So they might as well just like keep the electricity. Honestly, today it was off from, what time was it off? 8 to 10:30. Then it is off again from 2 to 6:30 p.m. to like 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And then it's off again later tonight. Like, hello, please. So it's a little bit crazy. So not going to lie, yesterday I woke up and I was like, oh, so I really had to get myself back into beautiful alignment. So sometimes things are not always working out in our favor, but you know what? We can just make the best of it and we can put ourselves back into alignment so that it doesn't bother as much. Because it doesn't bother me that much today as it did yesterday when I woke up. And Suvi, I just want to say thank you for posting about your fasting. I'm doing a 48-hour water fast because you inspired me to do that. I haven't done a water fast since last year, and I was like, oh, that's exactly what I feel like. So thank you guys. Share your stories on stories, right? Share your stories, and because you just never know who you're going to inspire to pull themselves towards themselves or just inspire someone to do it. Like, yeah, I love doing a water fast. Suvi, how long did you say you did yours? And how? Yeah, I'd love to know. I love it. I love the way it makes me feel, and like you feel quite empowered, right? I love doing it. Okay. So what I want you to do today, I just want you to go grab a pen and a paper. If you don't have one with you, just go grab a pen and a paper quickly. Literally you drink water. I drink water. I'm going to live off water for 48 hours, maybe 72. I might push it to 72. Oh, and I also put a little bit of Himalayan salt in my water sometimes. Wow, Sivi, that's amazing. Maybe one day I will follow in your footsteps and try for a week. But my longest is 48 hours. Okay, so now that you've got your pen and paper, I want you to create something for yourself quickly. And it is 3 columns. And if you've been in my world for a while, I might have done this with you, but you know what? It's quite sexy if you've been doing some work on yourself and you see how your list has changed. So do it anyways. It's totally fine if you're doing this again. So in the one column, you're going to write love. In the middle column, you're going to write like. And in the last column, you're going to write dislike. And you guys know how obsessed I am with happiness, right? This is why my company is called Happiness with Tanya Taylor. Because honestly, like I just truly believe that everything lies within our own personal joy. Like if we can just connect to that, and it's a choice. It's a choice. And if we can just connect to our joy as many times a day as we possibly can, like life just becomes really, really, really beautiful. And I remember in 2018, I didn't even know what I loved anymore. I was that down that freaking hole, right? So it doesn't matter where you are. Just know that you can change really quickly. You can shift really quickly into a new, beautiful, joyful vibration. And life could just really become magical. And that's why today I just want you to all know that you can create magic. So now you take this list and I want you to look at it and I want you to let's just slow down quickly. So just close your eyes quickly and take a few deep breaths in and out. And another one in and out. And I want you to just think of 5 things that really just bring you joy in life. Maybe it's hanging out with your kids. Maybe it's dates with your husband, or coffee dates with your bestie, or yoga, or reading a novel, or sipping your cup of tea or cup of coffee outside in the garden. Maybe you don't do that often enough. Maybe it's a walk in nature. Maybe it's singing. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's picking up heavy weights. Whatever that is to you, whatever brings you joy, just think of those. And now as you open your eyes, I want you to just think clearly of those things that bring you joy. And then I want you to think to yourself, how often do I do these things? And be honest. Because I promise you, it all always starts with us, right? Like, I know when I'm feeling out of alignment, I have to really look at myself and go, Tanya, what are you doing? Or what are you not doing? It's generally what I'm not doing, right? So for me, I know that meditation is so important for me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel calm. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel connected. It makes me feel guided. It makes me, my intuition be on top freaking form. It gets me out of my head, right? And I know that when I'm working out, like I'm going to be in alignment and I'm going to feel better and I'm going to do better, right? I know that for me, if I'm eating well or nourishing my body, I feel better, right? These are the things that are important to me. I also know for a fact that I need a lot of alone time, but I also know that for me, it's also very important to be around people. So sometimes I forget that and I can be very much in my own world. And I did that for a while and actually got very lost at the end of 2022. I was like, oh my gosh, I am so lonely. This sucks. Do I even want to do my purpose anymore? That's how low I was like. I just felt so lonely, right? And then I created can't even speak properly. I created a collaboration and then I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I just needed people. And so I created this beautiful sisterhood that we meet every single morning, Monday to Friday. How beautiful is that? For 21 days, every single month. And my whole world has changed because I'm not lonely anymore. And also, I went to the cricket and I had all these people around me. So people bring me joy. And sometimes we can forget that. And especially when we work from home, we can forget that and we can get really stuck in our own world. So it's important to remember whatever brings you joy, you need to do more of that. Okay, so now I want you to just take this list today and literally just think about those things and how your day looks every day. And is your day feeling shitty every day? And it's okay if it is. It's when we notice it, that's when we can change it, right? And I also just want to remind all of you, I always say this, there's magic on the other side of contrast. Contrast is there for a reason. It's like, oi, listen to me. You're not listening to me. This is your soul calling. You are not listening. Why are you not listening? So just remember, if you are feeling contrasty, it's okay. It's totally okay. There's going to be magic on the other side. So look at that list, right? All the things that you do in the day that you love. Maybe spending time with your clients, maybe spending time with your family, maybe doing nature walks, going to yoga, whatever that is. And if there are things that you like, add them to your list. And these are the things that you don't love, but you like to do. You can do them. They're not so bad. And then there will be things on that list that you dislike. And I can tell you, when I did this list in 2018, it was shocking to look at this list. It was like, Tanya, where are you? No wonder you are so unhappy. There's nothing on this list that makes you happy. And then what I want you to do over the day or, this evening or whenever, now, if you got time to scroll on Facebook now, maybe be like, no, actually, I'm going to be intentional with this time right now. It's not going to take you a lot of time. But I want you to look at that list and see if there's things on the dislike that you can move and remove it. If there are things on the dislike, I just explained in the beautiful retreat that I'm in, the online retreat. You can just see the link above for those of you that want to join. Because there's many speakers, and it's really about self-love and everything. It's just beautiful. But if there are things on that dislike list that you can just scrap it. And if you want to move it, move it. So for instance, I used to hate cooking. Like really, I hated it. And then I was like, no, I don't want to be hating cooking, right? Like I've got to change this. And I can't not cook. We can't not eat. So it's important for me to just change this, right? So how can I change this? And in a way that I change it, I asked my hubby if I don't have to cook every night. So he cooks some nights, and I love the way he cooks. He makes the most amazing food. And my kids, I would invite them to help me. You know, I'm like, come, let's, and then it's together time. So we would have fat chats about how the day was going and everything like that. And another way that I love to cook is to listen to my Audible, like my audiobook, or listen to a podcast and just get into the moment and just, you know, do my thing. And then it's really cool actually cooking. So if there's something in your dislike that you can't remove, but you can somehow butter it up a little bit, make it a little bit better, you know, put some flowers on it, just add some cool sprinkles onto it so that it makes it a little bit better, right? Because we can't always just remove stuff. But if you can move it over to your like list in some way, shape or form. Maybe you really dislike working out. Maybe you really, really despise going to the gym. But it's like, oh, I need to do this. Is there a way that you can look at it and be like, okay, what do I hate about gym? Like if I don't like doing this class, can I maybe just wake up in the morning, put some headphones on, dance to my favorite freaking music for half an hour, feel good, or go for a run or go for a walk? Is there a way that I can start falling in love with moving my body? Because it is so important to move our bodies, right? And if that is on your dislike, please try in some way move it to your love, or move it to your like. And then obviously for the things that you like, tolerate, like, I don't want to say like love, like, but you know, it's like, okay, it's not that bad, I can do this. You want to try not have anything on your dislike list. You want to try and really get rid of it. And maybe, like for me, it's admin. So sometimes I just need to source that out, right? To someone that loves it. Because some people really do love it. Oh my gosh, I do not love it. But I also love learning new things sometimes. So sometimes it's quite cool if someone can teach me something that I'm like, I feel like a total badass if I get to learn something new, you know. But if I can hand it over, then I love to hand it over, because it doesn't bring me joy, and there's other things that bring me joy and that can bring in abundance, right? By doing the things that I love and just being me, fully me, all of me, in my most happy me. So you don't have to do that right now, but you can definitely just take that list and you can go and do it in your own time, and just really, 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 really promise yourself today that you are going to make that list. If there's too many things, if it's so out of balance, like mine was, like it was dislike, like, and there was like nothing love, really. There was like nothing love, right? And so it was totally out of balance. So if you can just put that in balance, that's going to be the most beautiful thing. So there you go. So that is how to add magic in your world, is to really just find joy in your world and scrap the things that do not bring you joy, because when you feel happy, you are magnetic to everything that your heart desires. So